Welcome back to TTS Daily with me, Yi. Wow, the stock markets are red today in Asia. Okay, Asian stocks opened sharply lower on April 7, 2025. SGX Singapore Exchange fell over 6% at opening on April 7. The Straits Times Index STI dropped 8.5%. And other Asia markets are also affected. The Hang Seng Index lower 10%. Japan Nikkei dropped 8%. South Korea dropped 5%, and Taiwan stocks have lowered by 9.8%. There are fears of a global trade war triggered by the Trump tariffs. As you know, President Donald Trump announced his Trump tariffs on April 2nd, and they have gone into effect as of April 6, 2025. The Nasdaq and New York Stock Exchange will be opening later today, and it probably will open by the time you watch this video. We're just sitting here hoping to see when will green days come again. Are we headed towards a recession this year, or are we going to the moon, or at this rate are we going to the inverse moon? So this man suddenly collapsed during a badminton game in Puchong, Malaysia on April 3, 2025. A social activist, Uncle Kentang, happened to be nearby and heard the emergency call. Despite handling a prior emergency before that, he rushed the scene. And before that, he actually told the caller to prepare the AED, an AED being an automatic external defibrillator. Upon reaching the scene, Uncle Kentang realized the CPR used was inadequate, not enough compression pressure. So he took over CPR and he realized the AED was left unused on the floor. So he also used the AED. The ambulance came and Uncle Kentang continued resuscitation efforts in the ambulance alongside paramedics while the man's family pleaded for his survival. The man was rushed to the ER emergency room, but sadly he passed away at 11 p.m. Uncle Kentang was left devastated and exhausted, and he questioned whether the man could have been saved if proper CPR techniques and the AED have been used more timely. So nobody noticed the man in the parked SUV has been deceased until it was noted for being parked at the same spot consecutively for 2 days. This happened on April 3, 2025 along 123 Upper Paya Lebar Road, Singapore, where nearby company employees first saw the man in the car on the April 2nd evening but assumed he was sleeping, but they grew suspicious on April 3rd afternoon when the car was still in the same spot. Upon further inspection, they found the man motionless in the driver's seat with brown liquid flowing out of his mouth. The police received a call at 3:45 p.m. on April 3rd. They arrived at the scene and pronounced the man dead at the scene. 2 women and 2 men, believed to be relatives, arrived at 6 p.m. and identified the body to be a 55-year-old man. Preliminary investigation suggests no foul play and investigations are ongoing. Another day, another hawker stall is closing down in Singapore. Lim's Fried Oyster stall at Bersih Food Centre, Jalan Besar is closing by the end of August 2025 after nearly 50 years of operation. The stall is run by a couple both aged 73 and have been running the stall since 1977. The couple chose to retire before health issue arises, aligning their closure with the food centre's renovation in September this year. The stall retains a strong customer base, with many expressing sadness over the closure. As of last week, the couple had to prepare over 30 servings of fried oyster an hour before opening due to increased demand because their customer base are aware that they are closing soon. So we have covered many stories of hawkers closing down because of increased costs such as food ingredient costs, rental costs, but this time the couple is choosing to retire in good health and to prepare for the rest of their future. So we should be happy for them and wish them all the best. And for our last story of the day, heroes should be celebrated, and we are celebrating Mr. Lee Chi Chong, a SBS Transit bus captain who spotted a young boy walking alone on the BC Tampines Expressway TPE in Singapore during a routine morning drive earlier this year. While stopping at a red light, he noticed the boy alone walking at the BC TPE Expressway, so he immediately got off the bus and guided the boy safely up his bus for safety. He then contacted SBS Transit Operations Control Centre and was instructed to proceed to Bedok Interchange. He dropped off the boy at the interchange, and the boy's vice principal and teacher arrived at Bedok Interchange to retrieve him and safely reuniting him with his parents in school. SBS Transit shared the story on Facebook on April 4th, praising Mr. Lee's quick thinking and heroism, which we totally agree with at TTS Daily. We have just one question left for context. How did the boy end up walking alone along the busy expressway?